Welcome student. In my last lecture I had discussed about mechanism of monsoon, thermal theory explaining monsoon, ITCA theory and jet stream theory, right? Now I will discuss INSO theory, that is El Nino and Southern Oscillation theory, very important topics, okay? You see, as INSO is the combination of two terms. One is EN, stands for El Nino, and SO stands for Southern Oscillation. INSO theory is El Nino and Southern Oscillation theory. Getting well now? So you see, what is the meaning of Southern Oscillation? You understand first. Walker was the climatologist who studied the air circulation in Indian Ocean as well as in Pacific Ocean. He identified that, noticed that the wind from Indonesian region ascend in upward direction. There are two components of wind. Suppose this is Indonesian area, one component of wind, and this is second component of wind. From this area, the wind uplift in upward area, upward direction, and deflect and descend along one component of the wind, descend along western coastal part of South America, okay? And second component deflect in westward direction and descend along eastern coastal part of Africa, completing the cell, okay? So Walker identified the existence of two air cells, one in the Indian Ocean, this is Indian Ocean, and this is Pacific Ocean. Getting well now? One cell is found in Indian Ocean and second cell is found in Pacific Ocean. Getting well now? Since this cell were identified by Walker, that's why this cell is referred to as Walker cell. Okay? What is the meaning of Walker cell? Where it exists, it is clear now? Actually, Walker studied the trend of the formation of this cell and also noticed one important point. He said that there is correlation between the two cells. If one cell contains the central part of the cell existing in the Pacific Ocean will have high pressure, at that time the central part of the cell located in the Indian Ocean will have low pressure. It is clear now? Okay, this is the position. Okay, or if you see, if low pressure center is found at the center of the Walker cell existing in the Pacific Ocean, during this period, high pressure will be found at the center of the Walker cell existing in the Indian Ocean. It means at the same time, the two cannot hold either high pressure or low pressure. If high pressure exists in one Walker cell, the another Walker cell will have low pressure and vice versa. Getting well now? So since they oscillate, that's why the term Southern Oscillation was given. Okay? This phenomena was referred to as Southern Oscillation. Getting well now? As far as the question of existence of high pressure and low pressure cell is concerned, normally you see during March, April, May, June, July, August, September. During this period, high pressure is found in the central part of the Walker cell of Indian Ocean and low pressure is found in the Walker cell of Pacific Ocean. Okay? What is the condition during March to September? It is clear. But between September to March, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, this pressure condition get altered. Okay? During this period, high pressure exists here and low pressure is found in the Walker cell of Indian Ocean. Okay? It means 6 months high pressure exists in the Indian Ocean and 6 months high pressure exists in the next coming particularly 6 months high pressure exists in the Pacific Ocean and vice versa. This type of this is oscillation. Since this occur in alternative way, that's why it is referred to oscillation, as the pressure oscillate between the two Walker cells. Getting well now? You see, as far as the question of mechanism of monsoon is concerned and monsoonal rainfall is concerned, the most ideal for condition for monsoonal rainfall is, you see, the low pressure should exist over Indian subcontinent and high pressure should exist in the Indian Ocean during the month of June to September. That is clear, na? Right? More will be the pressure difference. More will be the pressure difference. More volume of monsoonal air will enter inside India and will cause more and more rainfall. So this pressure difference is causative factor for attracting the monsoonal wind to enter inside Indian subcontinent. Okay, markable pressure difference is required. More will be the pressure gradient, more and more volume of monsoonal air will enter inside India and it will cause more effective amount of rainfall. On the other hand, if due to any reason this pressure gradient get reduced, in this case monsoonal rainfall will be adversely affected. You see, you recall when I was discussing about ITCZ theory, when there are the ITCZ shift up to 35 degree north latitude, in this case very intense low pressure is created over Indian subcontinent, right? And pressure difference during this period, the pressure difference between Indian Ocean and Indian subcontinent increases, and hence it is very positive for monsoonal precipitation in India, and during this period most of the Indian river gets flooded. On the other hand, you see, when shifting of ITCZ is effective only up to 17 degree north latitude, in this case the low pressure created over Indian subcontinent is less intense, right? And hence the pressure difference between Indian Ocean and Indian subcontinent reduces and it adversely affects monsoon, causing drought-like condition. Getting well now? So the most ideal condition for monsoonal precipitation to occur is the high pressure should exist in the Indian Ocean and low pressure should be formed over the Indian subcontinent. Okay? You see, normally in Volcker cell, between March to September, high pressure exists in the Indian Ocean, high pressure, and low pressure is formed during this period in the Pacific Ocean. And after September, this pressure gradient system get altered, no? And hence in Indian Ocean low pressure is created, and in the Pacific Ocean high pressure is created. So this is normal arrangement of Volcker cell. Okay, during this period, 6 months during this period, during March to September, high pressure will remain over Indian subcontinent, no? And this is ideal condition. You see, high pressure and low pressure. So this is the normal condition existing in the Volcker cell is considered to be favorable for Indian monsoon. Getting well now? Right? But you see what happened. This arrangement get disturbed due to the advent of El Nino current. Okay? Actually, El Nino, what is El Nino? So the meaning of El Nino is child of Christ. Okay? You see, if this is Indian Ocean, this is Pacific, this is Indian Ocean, this is Pacific Ocean, and this is Atlantic Ocean. It is clear now? So in every ocean, this is equator. So the oceanic current which flow to the located to the north of equator is referred to as north equatorial current. Getting well now? And the oceanic current which is located to the south is referred to as south equatorial current. Okay? So north equatorial current and south equatorial current exist either in Pacific or Atlantic or Indian Ocean. Na? Everywhere it exists. It is clear now? Right? It exists, and in between north and south equatorial current, there exists counter equatorial current. Counter equatorial current flow in opposite direction. Getting well now? Counter equatorial current flow in opposite direction. What is north equatorial current and south equatorial current? It is clear now? And what is counter equatorial current? It is clear. So counter equatorial current is found in Indian Ocean, in Atlantic Ocean, and also in Pacific Ocean. Getting well now? Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, and also in Pacific Ocean. Suppose this is North America, okay, and this is Africa, okay, and this is Indian subcontinent, this is Australia, this is equator. Okay, so you see north equatorial current is located here. This is Pacific Ocean, and this is south equatorial current. So in between north equatorial and south equatorial current, north equatorial and south equatorial current flow from east to westward direction, but counter equatorial current flow from west to east. Now, it is the example of surface current to be noted, right? Suppose you see what is surface current. You see, actually, if this is ocean surface, so this is one current, this is second component, this is third, and this is fourth. Okay, first, second, third, and fourth. Getting well now? Such type of rotation exists in the ocean. First is referred to as surface current. Second is referred to as piling current, which descend downward. Piling, P-I-L-I-N-G. First is referred to as surface current. Second is referred to as piling current. Third is referred to as subsurface current. And fourth one is referred to as upwelling current. Okay, you see, this is surface current, this is piling current, this is subsurface current, and this component is referred to as upwelling current. Getting well now? You see, the area where piling occurs register relatively high temperature because the friction of the water with the coastal part occur, right? And that's why along this side salinity is also high. Okay. On the other hand, where upwelling occur, right? So here temperature is low and also salinity is low. Getting well now? So actually, what is the basic difference between surface current and subsurface current? It is clear now. I am discussing here that north equatorial current, south equatorial current, and counter equatorial current. All the three current are the example of counter equatorial, are the example of surface current. Getting well now? So actually, you see, it means there exists a north equatorial current in Pacific Ocean, south equatorial current in Pacific Ocean. In between the two, there exists counter equatorial current. No? So this counter equatorial current, you see, this counter equatorial current after the gap of 3 to 7 years becomes strong and start flowing, flowing in southward direction along western coastal part of South America from north to south, and this current is referred to as El Nino current. El Nino. What is El Nino current? It is clear na? You can say that counter equatorial current of the Pacific Ocean, right, when become strong after the gap of 3 to 7 years, start flowing along western coastal part of South America from north to southward direction, and this is referred to as El Nino. Getting well now? El Nino current. Okay, you see, actually this current originated during last week of December when Christmas is being celebrated. It is the example of one current. So when it developed, it impart high temperature condition during winter season. Okay, so that's why the local people recall it the child of Christ. The name of child of Christ is El Nino, and hence the current came to be known as El Nino. Getting well now? Means child of Christ. Getting well now? So actually, you see, this is located in the western side of Pacific Ocean. Eastern side of Pacific Ocean, it is clear now? But in western part of Pacific Ocean, there exists another current known as La Nino. Right? This is El Nino, second is La Nino. Getting well now? So La Nino is cold current, whereas El Nino is warm current. El Nino is negative for Indian monsoon, La Nino is positive for Indian monsoon. Getting well now? Actually, the meaning, the term La Nino means little girl. Okay? And the term El Nino means child of Christ. Getting well now? Actually, you see, well, El Nino developed, right? Along, this is Atacama Desert, no? Right? This is Atacama Desert. Getting well? And this is Patagonia Desert. Getting well now? So when El Nino develop, it is warm, that's why it causes a cyclonic condition and precipitation start. right, in Atacama Desert. Consequently, it is favorable for the development of posture and hence it is considered economically viable for this region. Okay, but one negative aspect of El Nino is when it develops due to its impact, a disease known as guano spread along the coastal part, which causes the killing of fish in the Pacific Ocean. Getting well now? So what is El Nino current? It is clear now. So El Nino is the counter-equatorial current of the Pacific Ocean, which after the gap of 3 to 7 years become strong and start flowing along western coastal part of South America from north to south, and this current is referred to as El Nino current. What is the meaning of El Nino current? It is clear now? El Nino current is the counter-equatorial current of the Pacific Ocean. Getting well now? Actually, you see how it affects the Indian climatic condition. You see, actually El Nino developed during winter season, that is during the month of December. It is warm current, and warm current is associated with low pressure condition. Okay, whereas cold current is associated with high pressure condition, because the coastal area which will remain under the impact of the warm current will get adequate amount of the rainfall, but the coastal area which will remain under the impact of the cold current will experience desertification. As for example, you see, this is equator and this is Australia. Okay, so along the eastern coastal part of Australia, there is a East Australian current, and this is West Australian current. So East Australian current, since flow from low latitude to high latitude, is the example of warm current, whereas it is from high latitude to low latitude is the example of cold current. So due to the impact of East Australian current, there occur intense precipitation along this side, along eastern coastal part of Australia. Okay, but you see, this is cold oceanic current. West Australian current is cold oceanic current. So cold oceanic current create anticyclonic condition. That's why the major part of Australia is desert, like known as West Australian desert. Getting well now? So actually, you see, El Nino is warm current. Certainly, since it is warm, it will favor the rainfall. That's why Atacama desert receive rainfall due to the impact. Normally it is rainfall deficient area, that's why it is referred to as desert. Normally rainfall not occur, but in case of when El Nino develop, certainly it causes rainfall now, and hence it favor the posture development in this area, which is useful for animal husbandry. Okay, so locally it causes rainfall, but you see, since El Nino developed during the month of December, it will certainly create low pressure now. Actually, as per this data, during the month of December, you see, during the month of December, high pressure is found in the Pacific Ocean. Okay, and during this period, low pressure exists in the Indian Ocean. In any ocean, high pressure or low pressure may not remain in existence more than 6 months, to be noted. Okay, automatically it will oscillate. Get well now? So normally during the month of December, high pressure should exist in Pacific Ocean, and this is favorable condition because in the coming June, right, this high pressure will shift in here, particularly in the inside Indian Ocean, and the most ideal condition for monsoonal precipitation in India is high pressure should exist over Indian Ocean and low pressure over Indian subcontinent. Getting well now? But when during the month of December El Nino developed, since El Nino is warm current, that's why it converts the high pressure of Pacific Ocean immediately into low pressure. Okay, during this period in Indian Ocean there is a high pressure now. So under the impact of this due to southern oscillation, this low pressure immediately convert into high pressure during the month of December. Getting well? Okay, right? The pattern got altered now. Okay, and in this case, if this is in the month of December, so in the coming June, this high pressure will be replaced by the low pressure. Getting well now? So if during the month of June, low pressure will exist in the Indian Ocean, and low pressure also exists in the Pacific over Indian subcontinent, then whether there will be pressure difference between Indian Ocean and Indian subcontinent? No, and hence monsoonal wind will not enter inside India effectively, and hence monsoonal rainfall will be affected. This is referred to El Nino impact. What is El Nino impact? It is clear now. Again, I am repeating. I said that the most ideal condition for monsoonal rainfall is during the month of June-July. High pressure should exist over Indian subcontinent and low pressure should exist in the Pacific Ocean. It means, you see, during the month of December, low pressure should exist over in the Indian Ocean and high pressure should exist in the Pacific Ocean, because 6-month alteration or oscillation occur. Okay, normal condition, in normal condition, during the month of December, high pressure exists in the Pacific Ocean, but when El Nino develop, it convert this high pressure into low pressure. As a reflex action, during the month of December, the low pressure existing in the Indian Ocean convert into high pressure zone. Okay, and since high pressure cannot survive for more than 6 months, so in the coming June, this high pressure will be replaced by the low pressure, right? In this case, you see, this condition will prevail. In India, there is a low pressure, and also here low pressure will develop. Getting well, right? There is no marked pressure gradient between the two, and effective pressure gradient is effective for monsoonal rainfall. So that's why monsoon is adversely affected, and this phenomena is referred to as El Nino impact or INSO. What is INSO theory? It is clear now. Either you can say this is El Nino effect, or particularly if the question will be discuss El Nino effect only, so you can also explain this on the basis that El Nino normally develops. Suppose INSO theory is given, then you have to explain this aspect. But sometime in UPSC the question is what is the El Nino effect? So directly it is not required to mention particularly this aspect, that is southern oscillation aspect, right? You can directly write down actually El Nino current, right, originate in the month of December in the Pacific Ocean. When it advances ahead, right, it comes under the impact of west wind drift. West wind drift is located between 40 to 60 degree latitude in both the hemisphere, in northern hemisphere as well as southern hemisphere. It is clear, right? West wind drift in North Atlantic Ocean is referred to as North Atlantic drift. In South Atlantic, it is referred to South Atlantic drift. In northern part of Pacific Ocean, it is referred to North Pacific drift. In southern part of Pacific Ocean, it is referred to South Pacific drift. In southern part of Indian Ocean, there is a South Indian Ocean drift, but since Indian Ocean not a stretch extended between 40 to 60 degree north latitude, so that's why North Indian Ocean drift is missing, because this is the land part. Getting well now? So actually west wind drift blow under the impact, drift is under the impact of the wind. It is clear due to the friction exerted by the wind. So since this is a zone of westerly wind, so that's why along with west wind drift, it will advance ahead and will enter inside India, right? And for this it will take 6 to 7 months. Getting well now? You see, it originated in the last week of December, then January, February, March, April, May, June, right? In June, El Nino, its impact is reached in El Nino's impact, is in the month of June, or El Nino is warm current. If during the month of June, you see, during the month of June, high pressure exists here and low pressure exists here. When El Nino will come here, it will deconcentrate the high pressure existing here. Suppose normally the value of high pressure is 1050 millibar. Suppose, okay, and actually 900 millibar atmospheric pressure exists over Indian subcontinent. In this case, the pressure difference is 150 millibar. You can say 150 millibar is the atmospheric pressure between Indian Ocean and Indian subcontinent. Getting well now? But if when El Nino will come here, it will dilute this high pressure. Suppose this high pressure will reduce, and hence the new pressure is 950 millibar. So in this case, the pressure difference is 50 millibar only. So in this case, less amount of monsoon will enter inside India, and hence will cause least amount of rainfall. and hence India will suffer from drought-like condition. Right? It is okay now? So if simply El Nino is given, then you may explain this on this basis, and if INSO theory is raised, then you will require to explain the entire thing. Right? Best of luck. Okay.